Is Fox News contributor and president of the Independent Women's Voice, Tammy Bruce.
Yes,
Tammy,
hi
thanks
there.
for being with us.
Good morning. Good morning.
Is it fair to link the President Trump, with the violence that's going on in our country?
Well, of course not. It's not only fair, it's desperate. Desperate
it is fair,
people.
it's not fair.
It's not fair. It's desperate. These are desperate things said by desperate people. The fact is that when the president's attacked, we also know this, it really is an attack on his supporters. But here's what we've got here. You've got a team of people, the Democrats, who have no ability to persuade on the details of the issues. They know they can't convince us about what it is they represent because we rejected that in 2016. What they're trying to do is frighten people and effectively also affect the GOP enthusiasm. But it really is an insult. It's not just an insult to the president, but to this nation as a whole. We're a country of 327 million people. We have been subjected 24/7 to attacks that are baseless, calling the president of the United States and his supporters traitors and racists and bullies. And at this point, twice now in the last week, not just that young woman, but Steve Schmidt, a Republican, saying that the president and his supporters are like ISIS, terrorists. And here the American people showing their discipline and decency. Both liberals and conservatives and independents are not acting as though they believe that to be true. After the synagogue massacre, we've come together. Muslims have set up crowdfunding sites, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for the victims. The hospital treating the shooter is a Jewish hospital. Americans are grieving collectively. So we come together. This nation, I contend, is not divided. And yet this is the kind of rhetoric. How could it mean anything other than a desire to divide?
This is what some of the ladies on The View had to say about this very issue. Watch this and then we'll get your reaction.
I do think, in a sense, our country is in a place that it's never been before because the tone is coming from the top.
When did it become the norm for us to be afraid to go in and worship? And I do put some of this on the man at the top.
The media should stop covering those rallies of his. That's my one recommendation.
Coming from the top, stop doing the rallies. Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, these are individuals who, not just in that case, but almost every other case, are saying, that there's no civility and that it's Donald Trump's fault. In the same environment where they are accusing the American people of all being racist, of this country being a racist country, of the president being a traitor. How can you speak of civility and coming together and move that kind of a message? Some Democrats, one in particular, a strategist, is actually admitting there is no message. Americans want all of it. We all want everyone to do well, but we know that it takes ideas on policy, on what the plan is for the future. The president has indicated that clearly and distinctively. In every rally, and you're going to hear it this week, he has always called for unity. He has always called for us to come together. That message has been consistent and clear. So I think that the American people and what the Democrats may be seeing is internal polling that shows that, their message doesn't have any punch, they say. Well, actually, it has more kick, right, than punch. Americans want ideas. I think the Democrats are seeing this is not working. But thank goodness. Why would this message be working? If their message about how Americans who disagree politically are terrorists, we should be concerned if the Democrats were succeeding with that. The fact is they're not, but also Democrats who are at the base, they also want ideas. And I think that they're going to have a big job to do after the midterms when it comes to their own party.
According to the early voters, though, the Republicans are coming out.
The early
in droves.
voting numbers compared to last year at this time, +6 for the Republicans, -5 according to an NBC poll for the Democrats. Big difference.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Go get some breakfast.